Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Day Trade with Tony. Today is the 18th of May, and I am, of course, Tony. And we've been day trading today. So, day trading, what is day trading? It's the buying and selling of stocks and shares on the stock exchange. So, in particular, what I'm doing is the New York Stock Exchange, the NYSE, and the Nasdaq. So, today we've had not a great day. So let's talk about the small account challenge first. So you can be quiet too, dog. So let's talk about the small account challenge first. So small account challenge, we've had a catastrophe today. We traded 3 stocks, and all 3 of them were losing trades. But one in particular, I got flushed, and I lost almost $243 Exela. One that actually I traded earlier this week for very good profit has pretty much taken that same profit and then some. So that's really knocked me for 6 on the small account challenge. We're finishing down as a result of that $376, which when we started off with a little over $1,100, it's a big it's a big chunk. So it's like 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. And that's the thing with it's been very choppy today. That's the thing with the small account challenge as well. Is these small accounts, if you trading choppy action, which today has been very choppy. The action across the whole day has been very choppy. In fact, it's been choppy for a few days now, the best part of a week, I would say. The action's been very choppy. And not a lot of clean moves when things have moved. So there's been volatility, but they've not followed through, or they've a lot of fake outs, a lot of flushes from highs. So a break of high of day and then an immediate flush down, 50, 60 points. Not great for trading small accounts, as today's proved. So let's have a quick look at the actual charts, shall we? So first off, we traded Guard Force, and Guard Force started to make its move up at the open, and that's where we traded it. And we got in here as it started to make new highs, and then it pulled all the way back down again to the VWAP. So we got a Guard Force $75 down. We traded GSIP, pretty much the same thing. We got in as it was making its move up. We got this nice little pullback, second pullback, usually reliable. Usually the third pullback when it fails. So second pullback, it moved up, we got in, and then it pulled back down, and we got out and $57 down. So this stage we're over $100 down already. So not a great start on the small account. We'd already lost big on the main account as well. So then we traded Exela, and we got in here as this moved up, and then it started to pull back. Okay, I'm just going to hold this position whilst it's. I was actually contemplating. I'm glad I didn't. I was contemplating adding to the position, and then it started to flush down, and it flushed down hard, and I managed to. I didn't have a stop in place, but I managed to get out before it kind of. If it reached the bottom, something had about 500 shares or whatever it was. So if it reached the bottom, I probably would have liquidated the account, because that's a whole $8.20 move to the bottom from the top here. A huge move down. So I got down, and it ended up into a halt to the downside as well. So I got out just before the VWAP, but not before I'd lost a substantial portion of today's equity. So this is just testimony to how difficult it is to trade a small account. This move up was a really strong move up, and this is obviously the 5-minute chart, but on the 1-minute chart, there was some nice entries and some nice entry points on the move up. It looked like it was going to continue and break $8, and it just flushed hard. So sometimes the stocks, particularly in the choppy market, when you're in a trending market, either up or down, when you're in a trending market, you tend to get a lot more follow through. But sometimes when you're in a choppy market, you just don't get that follow through, and that was the case today. So unfortunately, we find ourselves taking a massive step backwards on the small account challenge. So we've got like $700 in the account after today. So we go again tomorrow. Now, we did trade the main account, and we traded like an absolute noob. So we traded three stocks. We traded Alibaba first, pre-market, and that was moving up, but it didn't break out. So I got it for a small loss. It's like $300, and I wasn't too worried about that. But then we traded CWD, and CWD. This was the IPO from yesterday. It started to make. I was watching this, and it started to make its move up just before the open, and I was contemplating getting in here, but I thought, no, I'm too close to the open. I'm not going to trade it right now, and I'll wait for the open. And if it breaks the pre-market highs, then I will enter. So it at the bell, it shot up into a halt. Didn't have time to take a position, and then on resumption, we got a massive gap. It was a long halt. I think it was about 15-20 minute halt, but a massive gap up. Now it did start to pull down, and that's kind of normal. It's normal for stocks after a big gap, a volatility halt to the upside, and then a big gap up. It's not unusual for them to, on resumption, to sell off, people taking profits before then making a rally to the upside. So this pulled all the way back down, and then it started to make another move back up to the upside. So as it broke 13 and hits 13 again, that's when I entered right at the top, and it flushed hard down again. So into the halt, I managed to get out half of my position. I had 5,000 shares. I managed to get it's like 2-point move. There's $2 move. So I managed to get half of that out just before the halt. Didn't get the other half out. So then on resumption, I looked for a bounce. It did bounce a little bit, but I was looking for it to refill. So I actually doubled down here and for a move back up. It didn't. As it started to pull back, I exited the position for a massive loss. So we ended up losing nearly 18,000 on CWD. So I locked it down. I went away. No, actually, I traded ENVB before I did that. So ENVB was moving up. I traded the ENVB this move here, and I was able to get some of that back on this move here. So $2,800, which brought the deficit down a little bit. Then I went away and walked the dog. So after I came back, I traded GSIT. And that was coming up to just after midday on this move up here. So I traded this move up. I managed to get some, and I got a little bit of this before it pulled back down again. And I thought, no, it's just too choppy. So I got to move up here, and it was, and then it started to pulled all the way back down, and got stopped out. So I managed to get 2,800 on this one, and then I got a nice clean move, the only clean move of the day that I was able to get on this, and I managed to get just shy of $2,000 on this. So this moved up. I got in here, break of $5, and I was able to ride that up and got stopped out as it pulled back. So managed to make 2,000 on that, but it was just a very difficult day to trade. It really was. So we know, as of yesterday, we cleared the drawdown from last Thursday. It's Thursday again. We're back in drawdown. So it could have been worse. We're kind of $10,000 in drawdown. Hopefully we can clear that off tomorrow. Worst case Monday. But today was not a good day. Not a good day for trading at all. So, sometimes you just got to take it on the chin. You're going to have red days. You're going to get into a position and it's going to go against you. And this was one of those days. So everything I touched today, it just went against me. So I was able to claw a little bit back kind of after lunchtime, and then I locked it down. It just didn't feel safe for me. I know there was quite a few moves after I locked it down and walked away, but sometimes you've got to accept that it's not your day and walk away, and that was today. So I'll be back at it tomorrow, an hour before the market opens. Hopefully we can make back some of these losses, if not all of them. I don't think we'll make all of the losses back on the small account, but hey, stranger things have happened. But let's see what happens. We'll do that 8:30 a.m. last hour of the pre-market session, and then next couple of hours of the regular session. So come join me then, and we'll do it all again. Meantime, enjoy your evening. Take care.